Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's Deb and Sandy Palmer, and we are not here because of our tech skills. We are here to talk to you. We're the authors of In Spite of Us, a love story about second chances. And we're here to check in with you on some things, and we have a couple of announcements that we thought you might be interested in. So we're wondering how everybody's doing with the quarantine. And I know for us, it's been interesting. For myself, I normally work inside the home Monday through Thursday anyway. But what I've really learned so far from this is that I live for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when I get out, and my job takes me to places where there are people and I have lots of social activity, and I miss that dearly.
We've been together about 30 years, married 28, been business partners for over 25 years of that. And we also wrote a book together. So we like to be together with each other. So the quarantine isn't really that big of a deal, other than a few days here that we're used to out and we're not. But I'm a self-professed handyman since my retiring from my professional job.
Actually, I profess it too.
Oh.
That you're a handyman.
Oh, okay. And we own a 100-year-old home, and there's always something to do. Mm-hmm. And I can always find something to do. If not, I have a brilliant partner that comes up with some really good ideas and some really scary ideas, and we've created together some stuff that I didn't think was possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He just needs encouraged. The project we're working on right now, and we're in the encouraging because he doesn't think that he can do it, is that I have some pillars that I want to cut in, have him slice them in half so that we can put them flush against the wall. He can do it. He just doesn't know it yet. So it's time for the announcements. As some of you know, I was really blessed because one of my stories was selected for Chicken Soup for the Soul. And it's in their edition, Laughter is the Best Medicine. And so this book is going to be available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can order it through a bookshop like Inklings here in town or any other bookshop. Wednesday is when it's official. You can pre-order it now online, but it won't actually be available until this Wednesday, April the 14th, or Tuesday. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the book a little bit. And first of all, in my spare time, I like to write and submit stories to publications, and I've been published in a few things, nothing truly exciting, but it's building. And this was a real pleasant one that I had actually submitted other stories to. This is the first one that they've actually purchased for publication. So let me read you the back of the book. Chicken Soup for the Soul's first ever humor collection, and the timing is perfect. This is storytelling at its finest. 101 Reasons to Laugh Out Loud. If laughter is the best medicine, then this book is your prescription. Turn off the news and spend a few days not following current events. Instead, return to the basics, humanity's ability to laugh at itself. Maybe you should even do a news cleanse for a few days. hide under the covers and read these stories instead, or read a chapter a day or a story a day for 101 days. These pages contain the antidote to whatever is troubling you. They will definitely put you in a good mood. No one is safe from our writers, from spouses to parents to children to colleagues and friends. And of course, the funniest of all are the stories they tell about their own mishaps and those most embarrassing moments. There is no holding anything back in these pages, so prepare for lots of good, clean fun. So I encourage you, it is a good time to be reading this book. It is a good time to sit back and laugh. And I'm sure that a lot of these stories in here will remind you of your own funny stories. So my story is called Trick or Treat, and I'm not going to tell you much about it because I want you to read it in the book. And but it is when I was going to college as an older student, and back then there really weren't that many older students. And so it was a real uncomfortable time. And I had by then given up on trying to fit in because I didn't fit in. I had 2 children and I wanted to kind of mother all the other students. And so what my story is about is an embarrassing thing that happened. I'm not actually in the most embarrassing moments section. My section is called Not What I Meant. Okay. And the name of my story is called Trick or Treat. So if you want to read about the really embarrassing thing that happened to me at Central Washington University, buy the book. So the other thing we want to talk about is that on May 9th, we are actually scheduled for a book reading for Chicken Soup and our book, In Spite of Us, a love story about second chances. But as you know, anything that's scheduled and on the calendar right now is just a big maybe. So we're assuming that by May 9th that it probably won't happen. And we might do an online reading of this book. But anyway, that's where we're at with it right now. And listen carefully. We are on April 19th, we're going to be back online, and I'll explain that in a minute. And that's when we're going to choose someone to win a free book, a free Chicken Soup book. So if you share this and like it, that way we can collect the names. And before April 19th, we will put all the names in a hat and choose a name out. And that person will win a free copy of our book, Laughter is the Best Medicine edition. Okay. So don't forget, you have to like and share this video on Facebook and to be eligible. Okay. So the second announcement is that we've made a decision. We've decided that because book signings are getting canceled and it's really hard to be promoting a book at this time, and we want to share our story. And one of our dreams has been to have our book made into the audio version. But right now, we don't have the resources. And mainly the resources that we don't have is know-how and time and money. So what we've decided to do is to give you our version of an audio book for free. And it has some real bonuses to it because by getting involved and listening to our story, you're going to hear the backstory of every chapter. If you've read our book, you know that it is written each chapter. One chapter's myself, and then the next chapter is Sandy. And so it alternates back and forth. And So each time that we read this, we're going to tell you where we were at during that period in the book. And that'll be interesting because we are not anything like the people we were back then. And to be honest, it's going to be a little difficult talking about it. Because in the book, we tried to show you and let you make your own decisions about who we are and why we were doing the crazy things that we were doing. When we read this to you, we're going to actually give you some of that backstory of what was going on in our hearts and our minds and some of the stinking thinking that we were walking out. So, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Easter, but the following Sunday, that's April 19th, we're going to be here on YouTube live at 7:00, reading our story and sharing the backstory with you. And we really hope that you join us. And if you miss it, the videos will be saved unless I do something untechy, and that doesn't happen. But hopefully we'll be able to work that all out and you'll be able to follow along. It'll be kind of fun. There's 31 chapters in the book, and then a very important epilogue at the end. So it'll take half that amount of time, so like 16 weeks to complete this. And it'll be a fun time because you're really going to get to know us. And I hope that besides showing you who we were back then, that this will be an opportunity for you to get to know who we are today. So even if you've read the book, this is really going to be a fun thing to get involved in. And if you haven't read the book, well, it'll be fun for you too. In fact, one of the things that we might do when we start next week is share some of the reviews that we've had. I think we're at about 19 reviews on Amazon, and they're all amazing. So if you want to go check it out, go to Amazon. When I get done, and because I can't do two things at once, I'm going to add links to our book, In Spite of Us, and the Chicken Soup book, so that they're both available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the bookstores. So you'll be able to have easy access to that. And don't forget to enter the contest by liking and sharing this video. Okay, and I want to make sure we covered everything. Okay, I think so. You want to close this out?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's here today and look forward to you being interested in coming to visit us next Sunday.
No, it's not next Sunday. Oh, yes, it is next Sunday.
Not
Never
tomorrow
mind.
Sunday, next Sunday.
Right.
And hopefully our quarantine won't last 16 weeks, but you guys will.
Right. Right. All right. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.